In this final module, we will focus our attention on interpersonal effectiveness skills. We all live in environments where we need to interact on a daily basis with friends, peers, schoolmates and colleagues. It is essential that we learn good interpersonal effectiveness skills if we want to have positive, healthy interpersonal relationships. In this section, we will learn how to get our needs met, how to be more effective in maintaining relationships, and also how to maintain our self-respect in these relationships. In this next section, Alan will talk us through 3 key ways in which we can practice interpersonal effectiveness skills. You will recall earlier in the series we saw Matt and his mother Claire. In this next section, Alan will talk us through how they both could have used interpersonal effectiveness skills to achieve a more positive outcome.
So as we think about Claire and her interaction with Matt, another way to think about her skillfulness would be to come to interpersonal effectiveness. And in fact, if she had used all 3 sets of skills, the dear man skills for trying to get what she wanted from Matt, and the give skills to try to manage the relationship with him, and the fast skills to maintain her own self-respect, would have been a terrific way to start that conversation.
2 seconds, Marie. Time's up. Turn it off.
I said 5 minutes.
Turn it off.
Get the hell out.
Claire?
So for example, Claire could have started the conversation with a dear man. Describe, Matt, honey, I want you to get off the computer. Express, assert, why? Assert, I want you to get off the computer. Now, we don't really know why. We don't know what her objective was, but she'd have to say, I want us to have dinner together. Or, I want you to do your homework. Or, who knows what, but she'd have to tell him. And then she could say, the R, the reinforce, and, when you do, we'll have a nice time. I made your favorite dinner. Or, we'll get to spend some time together. I want to hear about how school is going. She's going to offer something, like this is what you get for doing this. And if he pushes back a little bit, she could be mindful. What's her objective? Okay, she wants him to get off and do something else. Just stay with that. Appear confident. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. I'm the parent. This is what's going to happen. And negotiate. Negotiate what? Well, I said 5 minutes. He'll really be finished with the game, but it's going to take at least 10 more minutes. Okay, I could wait 10 minutes. That would be okay. So negotiate. At the same time, she's making her objectives clear to Matt. She also might want to use some give. Stay gentle. Be interested. Looks like you're having fun. Okay, if he's having fun, it's probably hard to turn it off. That would lead her to validate. Oh, honey, I know that you're having a lot of fun, but dinner's already a little bit late. I can wait a few more minutes, but I really want you to get off now. Validate. Easy manner. Very firm, very clear, but gentle. And at the same time, her self-respect, the fast skills. Staying fair. Oh, I'm not sure fair applies here, but she's not doing anything that's unfair. She's not apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. No. It's time for him to get off. Do the next thing. Stick with her values. Is this reasonable? Was she exploiting him in any way? No, of course not. Okay. And she's staying truthful and honest. Yeah, she's not making up a story to try to get him to do something under false pretense. She's just being honest with him. If she actually just sat down and said, okay, I got to get him off the computer. This is hard. Off the video game. Dear man, given fast. Would have been a wonderful way to approach it. One thing that's interesting to note here is that Matt could also be using Dear Man, Given Fast skills, especially if Claire used them first. Because if Claire used the skills first, it would be clear to Matt what she's asking for. And once it's clear what she's asking for, he could jump in on the negotiate. So his Dear Man would look like this. It would be describe, Mom, I'm in the middle of this video game. I still got probably 10 more minutes. If I stop right now, I'm dead. And my whole team is dead. So, but in 10 minutes, we'll be able to take a pause. And so I'd really appreciate it if you'd let me finish this, and then I will come out and eat dinner with you. So the Dear Man, the Dear, describe, express, reinforce, would all make sense if you knew what she was asking for. Probably wouldn't really need to go to the man part. Wouldn't need to, because he'd be mostly agreeing with her. If she pushed on, no, how about 5 minutes, he could stay mindful of his objective. Mom, really, it's going to kill the game in 5 minutes, but in 10 or 12 minutes, I'll be finished. I'd really appreciate it if you could give me those extra few minutes. Then he could go to the give, the gentle, interested, validate. I know you want me to get off right now. I know you do. But if those extra few minutes would make a big difference to me. Some give skills. And then the self-respect is, he's having a conversation. He's asserting what he wants. He's trying to negotiate instead of getting up and screaming at her and telling her to get the hell out of his room and slamming the door, which later on, of course, he feels really humiliated about. So the self-respect would come so naturally out of the Dear Man.
I never wanted to cause all this trouble. I guess I just always felt a little uncomfortable around people. I just never really knew how to fit in. Everyone just seemed to get on with it and knew instinctively how to be. That wasn't me. The more I sat around thinking, the angrier I got. Every day waking up with the same what ifs, you know? Like a game. Like a game I couldn't control, but now I see there's certain buttons I can press to make me feel better, and certain moves I can make to help me shortcut onto the next level. I'm still in the game, but I'm playing a lot better. I'm trying not to fly off the handle with Mum as much. It's hard, but she's got her own stuff going on. School is still school, but I'm making an effort. I'm talking to people at lunch. I've even made a few friends. Real friends. I'm trying not to have my nose in the phone as much. That's hard. I still talk to Danielle a bit, but it's hard. Not as much. We're in different schools and it's difficult for us to meet up. She's got her own stuff going on. I think maybe I need a little bit of time for me. She's nice and all, but yeah. I need a little bit of time for me. But I think, most importantly, I'm finally managing me.
So in this module, you will have learned more about how to respond more effectively in interpersonal relationships. Sometimes things will happen that we don't like in these relationships, and we have to choose to tolerate that distress. Sometimes the best that we can do is be mindful of our responses. We can strive to be more interpersonally effective, being careful in how we ask for what we want. We can work to protect the quality of the relationship and do so in a way that preserves our self-respect. There are times when our loved ones engage in behaviours that we don't like. And there are times where, despite these behaviours, we have to truly accept the person as they really are.